Hey guys and gals, James Stacey here for aBlogtoWatch.com, and today we're taking a look at something that I think a lot of you have been waiting for. This is the Tudor Heritage Black Bay Blue, reference 79220B. Most of you remember the original Black Bay, came out a few years ago from Tudor. Maroon bezel, brown kind of chocolatey dial with gilt markers and hands. This year's Baselworld 2014 update or additional lineup is the Black Bay Blue. So you get a beautiful blue steel bezel, a black dial, and white metal surrounds on the markers in the hands. I think this is one of the best looking dive watches around, certainly at its price point, but I don't know, you could stack it up against just about anything. I think this watch is absolutely gorgeous. The proportions are just about perfect, and it's just great in many ways. I'm excited to be able to show it to you. At 41 millimeters, it's very wearable. 12.7 millimeters thick is just about right for a sport watch. That includes the dome on the sapphire crystal. 94 grams weight on this kind of included Perlon deep blue fabric strap. Super comfortable. 50 millimeters lug to lug makes it great for wrists that may be a little on the smaller side. And you get 22 millimeter lugs, so you can put any strap you want on it. And I certainly tried a great many, and they all look fantastic. This watch really sings on a leather strap. I don't have the bracelet in for review, but I did see it at Baselworld, and it works really well on the bracelet too. So that's certainly worth taking a look at if you're going to consider buying the Black Bay Blue. You get a unidirectional rotation on the bezel, so it is dive ready. It's a very positive action, good grip from the top, not bad from the sides. Very clicky, and you get a nice loom pip here at 0. You get a large screw down crown, which is actually a nod to a Tudor diver from 1958 on the Black Bay Blue. It is updated with a little blue crown insert there that matches the bezel. Being a dive watch, the Black Bay Blue has 200 meters worth of water resistance. I think with such a legible design, a nice grippy bezel, and the ability to easily fit your own straps, this would make for an excellent dive watch. It is a little bit on the dressy side, polished sides and such, but it shouldn't hurt its capabilities in any way at all. You get a dome sapphire crystal that's kind of set up to have kind of a vintage Tudor or Rolex vibe. It has a bit of a lip, and then over the dome, clarity is excellent. Despite all the lights in the studio here, I didn't find it to be especially reflective. And really a nice job on the crystal and the bezel and such. Strap options include fabric, which you can see here, a leather strap, which I'll show you towards the end of the video, and the bracelet. Like I said, the bracelet is really beautifully made and certainly worth considering. The movement in the Black Bay Blue, same as you'll find in the original Black Bay and in the new Ranger, is an ETA 2824. There's not much that I can say about the 2824 that hasn't already been said. 25 joules, 4 hertz, 38-hour power reserve. What I think is worth mentioning is Tudor's decision to roll yet another sport watch without a date. I think it's awesome. I love what it does to preserve the look of the dial. I personally am not much for date displays. Perhaps if they're implemented nicely at 6 o'clock, I don't mind. But 9 times out of 10, I would just prefer a watch without a date display. And in the case of the Ranger and the Black Bay Blue, that's what we get. And I think it's just great. And it certainly adds, I think, to the kind of excellent proportions for the Black Bay Blue. So zoomed in a bit, what we can see is really a beautiful dial. It's a flat black, great legibility, big loom, which I'll show you in a moment. You get a nice minute track around the outside of the dial, minimal text. I think they did a really good job with that design and balancing it against the bezel and the needs of a dive watch. You know, the kind of killer feature is the case. It's really beautifully made for this price point. Manufactured with their buddies at Rolex. You get beveled edges, polished sides, brushed elements. Excellent crown, really excellent crown. The nice size as well. Next up, let's take a look at some loom. And there we have it with just a couple of hits from my studio flash. The Black Bay Blue roars to life in the dark. It's a dive watch and they've done it right. Legibility is excellent. It glows nicely. It glows for a long time. The markers and hands are surprisingly even in their treatment, and you have the added benefit of the metal surrounds on the hand and the markers, offering you a bit of additional, low light legibility, where you can turn them against the available light and catch the reflection to get the time. I didn't find any situation where the Black Bay Blue is anything but perfectly legible. The lume lasts well into a movie, and it does its job. I think it would be a real blast to use on a dive. Let's take a look on wrist. With the Black Bay Blue on wrist, with the kind of fabric strap, we're basically seeing this watch in its element. I think it's gorgeous to begin with. The strap is a very deep blue, very nicely made strap, great buckle. The hardware even has kind of beveled edges, much nicer than you'd expect from your bog standard $10 NATO. The strap isn't actually the type that loops through one spring bar and out the other. The strap includes kind of a sleeve for each spring bar, so there's no way for the watch to move or slide around when you take it off. Very sturdy, very nicely made for this price point, and if it was going to be my money, I would definitely get the Black Bay Blue with the bracelet and the fabric strap, and you'd pretty much right away have a way to wear it year-round. I think it would actually work pretty well on pretty much any brown leather as well. Very, very attractive watch, and one that has a nice versatile design. If you want OEM leather, this is the blue leather strap from Tudor. Nice buckle. Nice deployant. I didn't find it nearly as comfortable as the fabric strap, nor really to my taste as far as aesthetics. I think this strap just looks great, it feels great, and the watch wears so nicely. Pricing starts at $3,100. It's going to go up to $3,425 for the bracelet. And while, let's face it, there's loads of competition at that price point, above that price point, below it, I'll make this really simple. If I were buying a dive watch even close to this price range, this would be my first purchase. I think the Black Bay Blue is the real deal. I really love the way it looks, and the case is fantastic, and I love the way it wears. For aBlogtoWatch, my name is James Stacey. This has been my review of the Tudor Black Bay Blue 79220B. If you like these videos, just click like below to let us know, and if you have any suggestions, hit us up in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.